Okay, we are here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show this morning. This is Uncle Bruce. That's who I am. That's what they call me. And this channel is Stock Markets with Bruce. And you found me. I don't know how, but you found me, and I thank you for coming by here and saying hello. Let me know where you're watching me from today. What temperature is your town going to be at? Are any of you guys getting any relief, or is it really cold, or is it churned? Say hi and hit that thumbs up button. Thank you all. Look, I'm watching the markets this morning. I'm looking at pre-market action. I'm trying to figure out who's doing what's going on, what's good, what's bad, and everything in between. At the end of the day, the good news for pretty well all of you who watch me regularly, you've become option writers, and you're looking for shrinkage on options so that you can buy them back for way less than you sold them for because you wrote them. You're looking at credit spreads so that you literally get paid to create an option position, which is that does that not blow your mind that you can write one option contract or 5 or 10 or 1,000 and you get money. Money is deposited into your account the moment you do a credit spread trade. It's just handed to you, and the game plan is simple. Okay, I have this dough. I'm going to fold my arms and see if I can. How much of this can I keep? This is an interesting game. Kind of like being a casino in Las Vegas. They put money in your slot machine before they hit the button to even play it. And all the casinos do, by the way, they don't hand money back. They hand little slips of paper that you now have to go to a machine to turn into money again. It's interesting, isn't it? The money, you're separated from your money very quickly in Vegas. It's quite amazing how that works. It's extraordinary, I think. Anyway, we're here watching the pre-markets, and I'm noticing the Dow is off 46 points. 20 minutes ago was off 3, so it's off 46 at the moment. We'll see what it's going to do. S&P is down 4, and NASDAQ is down 61, 62, and the percentages are very slight. The NASDAQ is off 0.35 of a percentage point, just over a third. S&P barely 0.1% lower, and the Dow 0.13. That's an 0.8% lower. Very, very little. On the big indexes, not much going on yet. It's option expiry Friday today. That's another thing to consider. It is Friday, January the 26th, 2024, Friday. The Friday after the third Friday of the month last week, which was the big option expiry date, but many options are rolling over today. A lot of volatility expected there. Oil off 82 cents a barrel, $76.51 right now. Intel came out this morning with their earnings, and they missed their projections. Missed. The street is upset. They're not happy, and the stock was off 10% at one point. Visa, the credit card company, they made it. They made their dough, and they have their sales, and they're saying things are great. People are using their credit cards again, and it's great here at Visa. Amex comes out tonight after the bell with their results, expected to deliver again. So interesting how the bank, these are kind of banking type stocks, aren't they? They're financials, they're making money. The big banks in Wall Street are making money. And what are they also doing over there? Laying off staff. They're not only meeting projections, but some of their divisions aren't doing so well. They're using that as an excuse to dump employees. And so Wall Street is dumping people. I find that interesting. These markets are at record highs. Why would you, as a stock brokerage firm and financial institutions, why would you be laying off people when the markets are at record high numbers? It makes no sense, does it? Interesting how cutthroat it can be. Oh yeah, bonds and interest rates. Trillions of dollars of money cannot find a safe place to go long term. And I'm talking upwards of probably 10 to 20 trillion dollars. We're talking a lot of money. There's the common the commentary you hear all the time is that about $6 trillion is hanging around money market funds, money market investments, which are basically, generally speaking, interest yielding short-term funds that you can invest in ETFs and then get out and get in and get out and make daily interest or whatever. More and more banks are offering rewards if you bring money to them in their savings accounts. I got an email yesterday. It's such a joke. I got an email yesterday from a Canadian bank saying, "Hey, would you like to earn 5% interest on your U.S. money?" This is a Canadian bank aiming at Canadians, saying, "Hey, you want to give us your U.S. dollars, and we'll give you 5% interest." Then you read the fine print, and there is a lot of that, which just turns me off immediately. But the deal is, you bring your dough in, and you get half of 1% interest on your money. That's the savings rate, half a percentage point. All right. But if it's over more than a certain amount of money, they'll add a percent, 1.5%, 2%, up to a total of, you'll get 5% interest on your money. But you have to have it in by a certain point in time, and you have to keep it in there for a certain point in time. Well, it's a GIC. You're trying to sell me a GIC with a higher interest rate the more I give you to manage. And to get the 5%, you got to go through hoops. It is pure BS, and it's legal to do it. It's the hoodwinking going on by these guys with these huge billboard ads, 5% interest. But the reality is you can't get it. Or it's difficult to get, or you've got to tie it up for so long. There's no such thing as daily interest anymore. Remember those daily interest savings accounts? I remember those. Things have changed. In any event, some of you out there are probably getting offers from Robinhood. If you've ever had a Robinhood account, I bet you're still getting junk mail from those guys. And I bet some of you are getting offers to transfer your 401k or your IRA over to Robinhood, and they'll give you a 1% bonus. So if you're slapping 100 grand over there, they'll give you $1,000. How can they afford to do that? How can these outfits afford to hand you $1,000 on top of 100,000 you got? That's 1%. How can they do that? And I know how. I suspect what the deal is. And again, any of you want to correct me on this, please do. I suspect the deal is they say, transfer your money over from Fidelity or Chase or whoever it is. We don't care, the institution, over to us. And it's likely that you're going to put your dough into an investment service, wealth management department of Robinhood's, and they'll give you 1%. Well, they're probably charging you, buried in their print, a 2 to 3% fee every year to manage your money. And now they're just giving you a rebate on the fee. They give it to you up front. They give it, here's $1,000. You've delivered this in and you've signed up for our management thing. It's a minimum 1 year, 2 year commitment to keep it here. Here's $1,000. Here you go. Because they're going to get 4, 5, 6,000 off of you anyway. And your performance will be whatever the gross performance is, less the fees, and that's how much you earn. And welcome to basically what most of Canada and most Americans and what most Canadians and most other investors get around the world, net returns that are wishy-washy and underperforming the world. And why? How can it not underperform? I mean, how can Robinhood give you a 20% return and no one else can give you 6 or 7? I mean, what are they doing? It's impossible. No way. So if you're being offered money to come on over, you're probably being offered an opportunity to tie your money up for a long time in a very restrictive environment where you can't get out of there anymore. Like, you might not be able to get out of there for a number of years because they gave you this deal. Keep that in mind. Read the fine print. All right. Yesterday, I had a very interesting day. A very interesting day yesterday. After I I had the pleasure of spending some time with you guys. Later that day, my daughter wanted to go to downtown Palm Desert here in California, and there's a several blocks of a roadway known as El Paso Drive, and that's very similar in a way to Rodeo Drive in Los Angeles. Although I think El Paso is longer. It's different. It's unique. Los Angeles Rodeo Drive is frequented by the well-to-do of LA and visitors. Same here in the Palm Desert, our Palm Desert area. We have Rancho Mirage, Indian Wells, La Quinta, Palm Springs, and all the visitors to this area. There's a lot of money coming in. You can tell how much money is visiting your little community, like this little stretch of real estate, 5-6 blocks long, by the cars that are parked there. Now, a lot of people who go on vacation, they rent a car. They'll just rent a car, and you don't know how wealthy they are. If someone is renting a Chevy Malibu from Hertz, you don't know, whether they got dough or not. If they're renting a a Chevy or a Ford or whatever, an SUV, you don't know. But when you see a bunch of Bentleys and a whole pile of Lexus Model S's and Model X's, and Model 3s are just a dime a dozen down here. Model Ys are a dime a dozen. You see Jags everywhere, high-end Beamers, high-end Mercedes-Benzes with the AMG logos on them. I mean, gorgeous looking vehicles, spotless, not a speck of dust on these cars. Bentleys, Rolls Royces. You can tell there's some dough around here. And then you watch the people on the sidewalk walking along. And what I find as an observer of people and people's habits is more women than men are down there for obvious reasons. It's a fashion area. It's an area for shoes and clothing, for makeup. There are some salons there, some spas there, of course. It's where the higher end goes to shop. This is not where you hang out if you're unemployed, because you don't want to spend that kind of money on those services. You can't afford it. But where the well-to-do go, this is one of those areas on the planet that they come to. They come here. Rodeo Drive in LA, yes. New York, Fifth Avenue, and other areas in New York City, of course. And name the cities around the world like Zurich or Tokyo or Shanghai or Hong Kong or Singapore. There are very high, well-to-do areas around the planet that the well-to-do shop at. Fair enough. London, so on. It was interesting for me. My daughter is now 35. So, when dad accompanies the young lady, dad lets her lead. I don't say, I think we should go see this, and that. You don't do that anymore. At the age that I'm at, and at the age that she's at, she's in charge. I'm just along for the ride. And I'm more than happy to be with you. And if you have a bunch of bags, I'll help carry them. And you can just go about your business, because it's your money you're spending, and whatever you're doing, you're doing. And what's interesting is that you go into a store like a Sephora, which is a makeup center for women. The one on Palm Desert in El Paso is quite nice. The staff's great. I let her go in there. I went into one other store for something. I came back and I caught up with her, and she is just going to check out to pay for whatever she was buying. And one of the young gals approached me, not knowing that I was the father of this gal, and asked if they could help. And I mentioned, no, I'm just waiting for my daughter. And I pointed over towards her. I said, I'm just waiting for her to finish. And the young lady who serviced me said to me, I just love her shoes. The shoes she has on are really great. And I kind of looked over and went, oh yeah, she's had those for about a year or so. And then she said her hair is just perfect. She's so well dressed and presents really well. And I'm not surprised, because I'm aware of how much effort she puts into her appearance. But I told my daughter this later, and she was surprised. She really? Oh, which one was it? I said, look, they all think you're great. You're 35. You got your act together. You're well kempt. You're well everything. You are what they want to be when they grow up. These kids are 20, 21, 23, 25, 20. They're looking at you going, this is where I want to go. When I look around and say, oh, I'm with my daughter, and I indicate she's over here, I am expecting to see a 17-year-old high school child that was here with me and my lovely Jennifer Nessa lookalike wife during the Palm Springs or Palm Desert years that we lived here full time. But that 17-year-old is long gone. 18 years ago, that kid isn't here anymore. Now it's this one, and I get reminded often that you're not in your 50s anymore. You're not in your 40s. You're in your late 60s now, and this is the daughter that you're looking at who's going to move on after you're gone. This is the next generation. It's a slap. It's a slap every once in a while to wake you up that oh, here's where I am. Oh yeah, I'm here. Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm not. This isn't 2001. Damn it! It isn't 2001, 2002 when we lived here before. It's 2024. And the reason I bring this up is for you guys to understand. You have to understand you only go around one time. And if you are here because you are learning how to write options and how to take control of your finances and to build your wealth and control your economic future or salvage it because you've left your money to others to work for you, or you've had investments that just have not delivered for a decade like they should have. You've lost a decade of performance, 2 decades of performance because your money was left in the hands of money managers that just, you get a new one every 2 years. You don't know who your current money manager actually is. You've now decided, okay, I'm taking over. I can certainly do better myself. And you become option writers, and you're seeing success, or you want to see success. I just want to let you know that 2002 for me was yesterday. That was 22 years ago. That was yesterday. Okay. When I look in the mirror, I go, oh God, oh goodness, that's not what I looked like in 02. And when it was 02, I looked at the mirror and went, oh, this is not what I looked like in 1982, because in 82 I was 27. Oh man, what's happening here? This is relentless. The march of time does not stop, and there is no mercy. And yesterday, the two of us were in a Starbucks for a coffee, and we people watched. We watched them come in and go out, and come in and go out, and we saw it all. We saw the Palm Springs, Palm Desert, Indian Wells, Rancho Mirage, La Quinta experience in the high-end neighborhood. We really get a kick out of doing that. We love to people watch the high end. It's just fascinating to me to see. In some cases, they're pretenders. In some cases, the folks coming in are just employees of retail stores that cater to the well-to-do. But then there are the well-to-do who come in, and some are on their own. Some are husbands and wives. Some are 3 women and 1 man, and some are just gals only. Very few men only, but a few. But you're looking at high end. You can tell very quickly whether the individual has clothing on that is worth, in some cases, what people drive for a car. The handbag is $10,000. The shoes are $2,000 pair of shoes. The jewelry is $20,000, $30,000. You're just watching someone walk in with $60,000 of whatever. This has been the same since Roman times. Believe me, there were people observing the high-end rollers of Rome, and they and their handlers. This is the same all the way through time, and it's always fun for me and fascinating for me to see these kinds of folks come and go. And I don't stare at them or anything like that. I'm just off to the corner enjoying my coffee and having a chat with my daughter. We glance over. Well, there's an interesting looking person, don't you think? Of all stripes and of all colors. And I've been doing that in this area since 1987. The first time I ever got here was 1987, and I was fascinated then by the fact that, oh my God, this area really is of a well-to-do area. Wow. Well, those folks that I watched then are not here anymore, because that is coming up to 35, 40 years now. And they were in their 50s and 60s. They're gone. They're not here. They've been replaced by their children. And I told my Jennifer Aniston lookalike daughter yesterday, Jennifer Jr., look, the first time I got here in 87, these 50 and 60-year-olds were born in 1927. If you were 60 in 1987, you're born in 27. My dad was born in 29. So they were of my father's generation. And that meant that they grew up in the 40s and the 50s as teenagers and 20-somethings. And here they are, in 87 as, in this area, well-to-do adults who've succeeded. Well, today, in 2024, if you're 60 years of age, you were born in 64, which blows my mind because I'm born in 55. And here they are. This is 20, 30 years generation later, the next wave. And it's the boomers. I'm looking at well-to-do boomers. And some are with their kids who are in their 30s and 40s, and some of them are with their kids. And so I'm watching 3 generations coming and going, and this will change again. And so I say to all of you out there, the time is now to make money in this market. The time is now to learn how to make money in this market. There is no do-over, all right? You're not going to get in a time machine and miraculously be 30 years younger and do it again. You're always going to be the age you are and older from here on out. So you better get with it sooner the better. It doesn't matter. The good news, it doesn't matter what the economy is going to do. It doesn't matter what politics is going to do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Congress, Senate, the President, the Prime Minister of Canada, the House of Parliament in Canada, any state governors, any provincial premiers in Canada. It doesn't matter what in the UK happens. It doesn't matter what happens in the European Union. You are the ones who can control your futures. And you have to do it sooner rather than later while you still can, because we don't know what happens tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. We don't know physically what happens to us. We don't know mentally what's going to happen to us. We don't know if we're going to be involved in a tragic incident and are unable to look after ourselves. So while you got it, use it. You got the brain power, you got some dough, you have some savings, you've got the will and want to better yourself and control your future. Great. If you really want to move up the economic ladder, you're serious about this, you're not just talking the talk, you're going to walk a walk, you might have come to the right place. I think you have. I have no agenda here for 50 years. I'm not going to be an evangelist on this channel for 50 years. Okay. If I were 35 and I'm telling you about your future, well, then you can accuse me of all kinds of stuff, because I'll be here until I'm 85 and they kick me out in a body bag. But I'm not interested in being here for the long time, because this is hard work for anyone to want to do this. So my agenda is get you on your feet and get you going. And you've got classes to watch on my website. Great. Get over there and pick them up and get off your duff and make it happen. I know some of you have watched a couple of classes and you've let it go for a while. This is human nature. I totally get it. I've been around long enough to know. I'll give you a gentle reminder. You're running out of time. Grab these classes, learn this stuff, rewatch the classes you've already had, rewatch them again, and get moving forward. Learn how to take money off the table from gamblers who are flooding into the option market like you cannot imagine. If you could physically see it, you would be stunned by how many new gamblers are coming into this field of investing, and how inexperienced they are, and how willing There are people out there so willing to gamble in the options market without knowing what the hell they're doing. And I mean, really, they don't know. They cannot comprehend the risks they are taking because these platforms have been designed with the SEC seal of approval to allow you to come into this market and lose it all. You're allowed to lose everything and no one goes to jail and you can't sue anybody about it. It's unbelievable how unprotected you really are coming into this kind of trading system that has now been approved and been told to you and I by the SEC, it's fine. Oh, it's all good. No problem. No, everybody can go into there. There's plenty of disclosures. There's a lot of areas where you can find anything you need to know. It's the FYI section, the frequently asked questions. FAQ, frequently asked questions section is where everything you need to know to know about the market. And so you're on your way. Bring your 20 grand in here and start investing. We'll even give you bonus stocks. We'll give you bonuses. We'll give you added money. We'll give you prizes to come on in here and invest with us. That is what's happening to the investment business. And I'm sitting here going, it's the rest of your life you're dealing with here. It's the money you've been saving up diligently. You've lived well, frugally, properly, and you've built some capital, and now you want to invest it. And I don't want to see you blow it in one trade. That's what I'm hoping desperately will not happen to you. And so welcome to the party, pal. If you're here and you're seriously going to be here a while, you're going to see people comment here and you're going to figure it out very quickly. If you stick around here a couple of days, you already know. After a couple of weeks, no one can convince you otherwise. There are people here every day, the same ones. They're always here. And there's many of them. They're here all the time. And they talk to each other while I'm yapping at you. They talk to me. They answer your questions that are coming to me before I can even get to these questions. They're here. And it's a family of option writers. And more of them are trying to tell you guys while you're here, join us for this party because we make money here on this channel. That's all there is to it. Gold Bagel memberships continue to grow. I thank you all who are becoming Gold Bagel members. The reality is that this channel, I have two memberships for this channel. One is $10 a month. One is $25. That's what I got. I don't have a $1.99 a month membership thing going on here. Okay. I'm not delusional thinking I'm going to get 1 million people give me $2 a month. Oh, it's going to be great. That's not going to happen. I'm going to have at most hundreds or thousands that will be here, because to be an option writer, you are in the minority. You are in the minority because you are doing what institutions are doing. I don't have institutions watching me here every morning. They do not watch your buddy, Uncle Bruce. They don't need to watch me. They have their own advisors, well-paid, hugely paid advisors, advising them on what to do with their trades. They don't need my help. I'm just trying to give you a leg up on what's going on and what's out there. But with a $25 a month membership like this one right here, the Gold Bagel membership, that's $300 a year that people are laying down to YouTube. I get 70% of this money. $17.50 a month comes to me. The rest goes to YouTube. That's the only reason this channel's on the air. YouTube makes enough money from enough members I have to allow this channel to exist. They don't kick me off. I sure don't make money on advertising. We don't have enough views for advertisers to want to really target this channel. Although I will say, you are getting ads when you watch me. And if you're watching on the rerun, you're probably getting multiple ads, because YouTube has figured out that the demographic of this channel's viewers is growing higher. The viewers are doing well. And it's the viewer. This is the kind of demographic advertisers pray for. The only problem is I don't have 20,000 of you here at the same time. That's never going to happen. Thank you all for joining me here every day that you come in. Those who are new, thank you for giving it a shot. If you're becoming a member, a Gold Bagel member, I'm convinced there is more than enough opportunity for you to get way more information than just being a regular member or a non-member to make a bunch of dough here. And I appreciate you all. taking the chance, especially the newbies. Yesterday afternoon, like I said, down in El Paseo in Palm Desert, California, I was sitting on a bench outside one of these high-end fashion stores that my daughter just went into. And I think for the 3 hours I was with her down there, she only bought a couple of items at a couple of stores. I would have thought we were going to come home with 7 or 8 bags of stuff. It didn't happen. She's discerning. She's not interested in spending $1,000 on a pair of pants. That's not what she's after. It's a unique individual. Very proud of her. Anyway, while I was waiting for her to do what she was doing, I'm looking at my phone, and I got an alert. Someone just bought a class through your website. Someone just bought a class, and I'm going, well, there you go. Here I am in El Paseo, and a $150 class just went through the system, and I thought, well, there's another one. We got another one. Another newbie has joined us and has taken the leap to take control of their financial futures. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, all right, this is great. This is great. And I'm looking around, people coming and going. No one recognized me, because I don't know if there are any viewers in El Paseo that need my help, because these folks that I'm surrounded by, many of them, and not every single one, like I said, there are tourists there. There are middle-class people there. There are employees there, and then there are the clients. But they kind of scurry in and out, and they're gone. You don't see rich people just hanging around trying to show off. They're busy people. If you're worth millions of dollars and more, hundreds of millions, you don't hang around El Paseo very long. You've got a store to go to perhaps get a fitting for an outfit. You're in, you get done, you're gone, and you have another appointment to make, and then you have other things to worry about. So I didn't have anyone come up to me going, "Here, are you Uncle Bruce?" No one does that, and I kind of like it, because it's an anonymous life in a way. I know that I'm helping people, but I'm not being approached like that, because this channel is not that kind of a channel. I'm not Mr. Beast, and I'm not Casey Neistat, and I'm not, I don't have millions of subscribers. I'm a unique one-off, and I'm just happy to help. So anyway, thank you all. So great to have you here. Welcome everyone to the show. Thanks again for thumbs ups. Stephen Butler hit it right off, number 20 when he popped in here. Hector, 22nd thumbs up. Honeybee, 26. Pat BJ, 29. Amy J, 32. Walter Young is number 33. How you doing, Walter? Who else is here? Welcome, Slayer. Nice to see you here. Wing Commander's here. Richard Carlin. I'm here from Corona, baby. Yeah. H. Gregory, number 37. Pappy, Wetumpka, Alabama. Trying to say that real fast. Foggy and rainy. The Big E. Good morning, Bruce. I'm in Colorado, and it is 30 degrees with fresh snow on the ground. Welcome, Big E. Nice to have you here, pal. J-Boy, number 35 today. At the high of 70 degrees expected today in Maryland. Nice. Joel Warner, 41. Good morning, Stephen Butler. 42 degrees in Northwest Arkansas. Highs in the 50s later today. They sent a cold back up north. CC is in the house. How you doing, CC? A new member. Spokane, Washington, cool and rainy. Making money selling calls with Uncle B. Mandu, number 5. 53rd thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, my friend. Alex, number 50. Good morning. Trey Brown, Stephen Butler. I live in Bentonville. We're kind of nearby. Savage of Wall Street. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Salutations from deep inside a dark cave where I took a gig from. Laugh out loud. They better talk to me real nice or I'm out of here. CKT, number 54, Savage of Wall Street. I'm 55. Beach Boy Savage, you're not storing your wealth in caves now, are you? Dean, good morning. Fog and heavy rain for the 3rd day in a row. I need Sofi to bring some sunshine into my life. Beach Boy, careful before locking the 7th symbol on that Stargate. Susan Shops, good morning, everybody. I'm at 58. Pat Merkley going, yep. Lissy, good morning or afternoon, Uncle Bruce and family. 9 degrees Celsius, sunny and blue skies in London. Welcome from the UK. Pat, Robinhood is going broke. They lost over $1 billion last year. Robinhood users are dropping faster than Nicki Minaj pants on a date. Oh my gosh. Larry Titus, happy Friday, everybody. Number 65. Thank you, sir. 23 minutes to the open. Oprah's Wet Cave says, Looking for 3 to 5 cents earnings per share on bullish earnings for SoFi. Learning credit spreads, and we'll have capital for wheeling SoFi in 2024. Hold 5,700 shares, looking to own 10,000. Good luck, folks. Profitability is coming soon. Thank you for that comment. Welcome. Savage Beach. I will never let anyone know which pyramids I keep my wealth inside of. You're not fooling me with that one, Beachy. Savage of Wall Street, not Oprah's Cave. Robert, good morning, Robert. Good morning, Uncle Bruce and all. I gave you a thumbs up, number 70, I think. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here as always. Flint Creek, Larry, what's going on? Oprah's Wet Cave, the Savage of Wall Street. My buddy hacked me 8 years ago, and I just can't get rid of the handle. People love it. Justin Schaefer in the house today. Justin, how you doing there, buddy? Did you hear about the SoFi Chipotle partnership? I have not. Anybody want to fill me in on? Love to know what's that about. Flint, Beach, Alberto, Oprah, Savage, Oprah. But does Stedman love it? What else is going on here? Let's move on here. I love story time, says BZ. Stephen Butler, hello there, Trey Brown. We're out in the woods in Washington County, a little quieter than booming Bentonville. Mike Hill, will they be able to build an iron curtain at $7.99 at 4 p.m. today? Sharon is in the house from Central Jersey. How you doing? Welcome. Alberto, good morning, Bagel Familia. I'm here. And, well, we can begin right now. Anytime you want, Bruce, start the show, please. Good morning, everyone. Mr. Premium with the option. Happy Friday. Time to fill our pockets. Oprah's welcome says if we break past 8, it's going to be costly for market makers. Willie, hi there, people. Alberto, Mr. Premium, that's a bingo. I'm really just JR. JR, number 89. Good morning, everybody. Let's make those greenbacks. Justin, Richmond, Virginia, high today, 75. Nice. That's nice. Cindy, good morning from Michigan. Flint Creek, 52 high in New York City today. Dude, 96 thumbs up here. Melvin Mayo, good morning, Uncle B, and everybody. Melvin, how you doing, buddy? Those of you who are here, thank you. Those of you who are here as non-members, become members, because we're going to go to member chat only shortly. Join this channel. Mary B, slippery and freezing rain in Ottawa. JR, watching from Visalia, California, where it's a cloudy 43 today. Beach Boy, good afternoon. Rays of sunshine between rain showers. Bagel Babe, oh no, did it snow last night? I'm in Colorado too, but I haven't looked outside yet. Happy Friday, dude. A humid 52 degrees here in Nashville. The Big T, the stream didn't auto start. Now I'm 35 minutes behind. Flint Creek, Chipotle is paying funds towards student loans through SoFi. Interesting. David Petty, good afternoon from the UK. TC Lamar, number 105. Bruce, thank you for the 105th thumbs up, Lorraine. That's what I think I am too. Matthew, how do folks deal with restless trader syndrome when you've sold all the calls and you can still want to still trade something? There's always paper trading to help you out that way. You can always do paper trading to pass the time. But during the time you write is the time you study. That's another way to go. Beach Boy, Mr. Premium, and Alberto playing bingo again. Savage, you in or are you out? The Big T, Matthew. Nobody said the arm folding technique was an easy skill to acquire. W Pickens, who is all in on SoFi? I want to know. David Asher, good morning. I'm watching volatility of February 2nd options melt up. It'll drop quickly Monday morning and might want to buy June options, right? Swap, sell puts, probably. And Flint Creek says, I also heard SoFi is taking over mortgages and adding members. There you go. Yeah, the company, there's so much growth coming here. We're not even at the starting line. I'm expecting during the year and next year, SoFi will take over other outfits. They will keep acquiring other companies in other areas of finance. Maybe they'll take on some fintech companies and grab them as well. That's possible, but they're going to grow organically as they are and have been. That's going to continue on. These guys are not shy to expand their business and their footprint. They're one of the fastest growing banks in America. And I don't know. Look, last Friday we saw the game being played. We were all here. I was on in the afternoon to even close the week out with you guys about how SoFi couldn't break 750 a share. You remember that? We were 745 to 749. The shares couldn't break 750 because we were speculating that the option players wanted to keep 750 contracts out of the money, the calls, and the stock was limited on its upside. And there may have been shorters just shorting the bejesus out of this stock at 748.49 to keep it down. What happened overnight, Friday, and then on Monday? The stock went up over $8. Now, did it stay there? No, but it's still 778 right now. We're not at 749 again. So what happens today? Is the line at $8 today? Is that the magic line that the stock can't break? Because shorters are going to try to keep it down, even though Monday morning before the opening, the company is coming out with their earnings report. Do they dare short the stock under 8, keep it under 8, knowing that Monday in the pre-opening, we're going to have the results come out. And by the time the opening shows up, could we be at 850, 950 in the first 10 minutes of Monday morning? Could that happen? Or are the shorters convinced, absolutely convinced, there'll be no buying of the stock, no matter what the company says? There'll be no one to buy the stock on Monday because they're thinking if there were to have been buying, it would have happened this week. It didn't come in to run the market past $8, $9. And that means to them, they're thinking this stock hasn't got a chance to take a run on Monday or Tuesday. Now, who's right? Who's wrong? If the shorters have billions of dollars at their disposal to short and short and short and carry the position on SoFi, they could overpower the market. There's no question of that. That was attempted many times with GameStop. Many times it worked because GameStop did run up. You all know that, but you forget. You've been here a while. You remember after looking at SoFi, GameStop's charts over the years, you'll note that there were up days and down days on GameStop. $20 to $50 a day. Remember those days? Remember the days of 150 million GameStop trading in one day? That's like 600 million shares trading today. 4-for-1 split, don't forget, on GameStop. We're only doing a couple of million shares of GameStop nowadays. It's not even a fraction of a fraction anymore of what it was. SoFi would need 300 to 500 million shares of buying a day, of power buying, to really shake this thing up, because GameStop had 150 million shares a day trade when there were only 70 million shares in existence and another 70 million shorted. So that's 140 million potential that could have traded. SoFi has 886 million free trading shares out there and 118 million shorted. So you add that up, you got a billion shares that are out there. We got to trade a $500 million a day. And that's not even equal to GameStop. GameStop traded every day, every potential share turned over in theory. 150 million shares churned over and only 150 million existed between shorts and longs. This one, we'd have to trade $1 billion a day. We'd have to trade 1 billion shares a day on SoFi to match the unbelievable run that GameStop had in 2021. 1 billion shares a day on one stock. Now, if that happened on SoFi and the stock was $15 a share and you had 1 billion shares turning over, that's $15 billion in business on one stock. That's the kind of turnover we're talking about. This stock goes to $50 a share with 1 billion a day trading hands. That's 50 billion a day of turnover is what this would represent. Remember, when GameStop traded 150 million a day at $100 a share, I believe that's $15 billion a day. And when it went to 200 a share, that was 30 billion a day on GameStop in 2021. This is the differential between then and now. Of course, why would SoFi trade any kind of volume? Because they're making money. Why did the GameStop trade crazily back at that time? They weren't making any money. The company wasn't making money at all. They were trying to not lose money by closing stores and fighting a pandemic and international store closures everywhere and non-travel allowables and all this stuff. I mean, it was a nightmare for those guys and everybody else. Ask AMC what happened to them. SoFi here is not in a nightmare scenario. They're in a we're making money scenario. The question is, how much money are they making? And we're not getting any help from analysts at all, are we? We're not seeing any analysts coming to us and saying, "Oh yeah, they're going to make 5 cents a share this fourth quarter, and for the first quarter they're going to make 10 cents a share, and for the second quarter they're going to make 20 cents a share." There's no analyst coming up with any of this stuff. They're not predicting any numbers for SoFi. It's one of the biggest mysteries of the financial world, and I'm thinking, really, is this company in such a fancy business that no one can analyze what SoFi's true economic potential is? It's a bank. They have all these divisions in the bank, and they have their back office clearing, they have their software programs, and they have the Galileo thing, and they have they have all these divisions. There are people covering all these divisions. How come no one just puts it together and says, well, based on the kind of flow of how many members are being added on every quarter, and how many clients they have, and how much business they're doing, and their gross sales are growing at this kind of percentage point, one has to think that the reality is that gross sales should go from here to here to here to here, and net profits will start to pop and go from here to here to here. And we can then say with certainty that the next 4 quarters going forward, we should see this much profit. And for the next 4 quarters, it should be this much. And for the next 4 quarters, it should be that much. We do it with Apple. We do it with Intel. We do it with Facebook, Google, NVIDIA. We do it with AI. We do it with Unity. We do it with all kinds of other companies. Why isn't this being done with SoFi with legitimate analytical precision from serious analysts? Why aren't they saying anything? I don't know. I just don't know. And I'm a betting man. If I were a betting man, my hunch is they're going to do better than people predict, because that's what they always do. They always over deliver on their results, and they come in conservative and they beat it. They come in conservative and they beat it. Have you noticed SoFi disgruntled employees all over the place? Have you noticed any of that kind of talk? I don't see any. I don't hear about chat rooms out there talking about how they hate their jobs and how they're badly treated. Seems to me SoFi employees are a happy bunch. They know they're on a winner. They're on a crest. They're riding a wave that is just coming up over there, and it's just going to steal the show, win all the awards. It's my thinking. But then again, what do I know? I don't know. We'll see. 776 on the market. There you go. Welcome everyone to the program, and I'm glad you're here. Funny stuff. Rasmus is in the house. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Good morning, all. A strange January here. 35 degrees in Hastings, Minnesota this morning. Bagel Babe. Every time I say I have enough SoFi, I buy more. Mike Hill. Then it was 7:55 moments after the close. That's right. They couldn't break 750, and then it went to 7:58. Mike Hill, SEC must have been the wind. A Big E. Maybe there'll be sell the news on Monday for SoFi or buy the news. Vilbus. Hey, howdy, Rasmus. I'm just up the road in St. Paul. Are we ever going to see the sun again around here? Vilbus. Where is the sunny -degree days? I remember this time of year, so weird to no snow too. I commute your way most days, see you around town. Unbelievable. Bobby Joe, Wells Fargo, on the other hand, just started getting unionized. Yes, and this is the problem for branch operated banks. You've got the possibility of unionization of branches, of regions, of states, whereas with SoFi, they don't have branches. They don't have to worry about Arkansas labor laws. They have to worry about Minnesota state, whatever. They have to worry about New York City ordinances for sidewalk cleaning or garbage pickup outside their branches. They have to worry about the property tax situation in North Carolina. They have to worry about DeSantis coming down on them because they are using the wrong corporate colors for their signage in their branches, whatever. I mean, They don't have branches. This is great. This is a bank that is running on a much lower cost basis, which means they can focus on their customer. They can focus on their customer to get the most out of them and to offer them services their customers want. And it allows SoFi to generate much higher returns per client that they get. Whereas Bank of America and Wells Fargo and all these other guys, they got to, I don't know, are they offering toaster ovens still to get you to open an account? Or they, what, do you get a coffee mug when you open an account? Do you get a pen? There is no money in operating retail branches in most cases for your retail clients. The only money that these guys make is wealth management. And that's what SoFi is also doing. And SoFi will be seriously into wealth management. I wonder if one day, and I don't know when this will be, will SoFi start acquiring wealth management companies? $500 million here, $1 billion here, $2 billion here, and just start bringing them in one after the other, all online, running them all online. And 5 years from now, they'll, one of America's top 25 wealth administrators, one of the top 20 banks in America, one of the top operators of, who knows, offering of credit cards. On it goes. What happens if SoFi and the NFL get together with an arrangement where SoFi offers credit cards for every football team in the NFL under an NFL gross master license, and they offer Visa, MasterCards, Amex cards branded through SoFi? This could happen. Remember Noto? He used to be with the NFL. He knows the biz. He knows the sports biz. There's the NBA, the NHL, the Major League Baseball. Endless possibilities. What if Noto teams up with FanDuel or with DraftKings, and they offer who knows what kind of credit cards through those guys? I mean, the possibilities are endless. And remember, SoFi's clientele are not 80-year-olds. Okay, SoFi is not going after guys like me. They're going after the 30-year-olds, the recent graduates out of college, the newbies that would never think of opening a bank account at a branch. They would never think about that. That's out of their realm of thinking. It would have to be through one of these that I do my banking. That's SoFi's clientele. SoFi is growing its clientele, not shrinking. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, the other physical branch operators, their clientele is aging out. They're getting older. They can't even come into the branches anymore. They're too ill and they're too immobile. They're not able to come in anymore. And how many of these major institutions' clients are now entering senior centers and will never come out of there, even for a day visit anywhere? I mean, this is the reality of time. I keep coming back to the beginning of the show. Time is your friend if you're an option writer. Time is the enemy for everybody else. And for the big financial institutions out there that require customers to come in the front door to do business, or those kind of customers insist on coming in the front door to do business, time is over. Time is fleeting. And for SoFi, they don't have a time problem. They have a wonderful opportunity to grow their business dramatically. Children of boomers inheriting boomers' wealth shift the wealth to outfits like SoFi. So these other, long time, old school bank scenarios, 4,500, 4,700 banks in America, 4,700 banks in America. All right. I am telling you that 4,600 of them are either going to close in the next decade or two, going to be bought up, and they're going to shrink out because the physical local small town banking arrangement life is over. That is the old days. There will come a time you're going to see a photo of your downtown hometown that was taken in 1970, and another picture was taken in 2010, and it's 2030, and you're going to look at it and go, this town doesn't look like that at all anymore. Not even 2010, it doesn't look like that. Because there used to be merchants in downtown wherever I grew up or where I went to college. It's not the same anymore. They don't hang Christmas lights in little towns anymore. There's nobody downtown. We're all scattered out. We're all digital and we're mobile. SoFi is one of these, is the future. This is where I'm coming from. Doing what I can. Thank you, everybody, for popping through here. It's great to see you. Welcome, everybody. Who else is here? JR, waiting for the bells with Larry. 3 minutes to go. Bobby, Joe, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Flint Creek, SoFi now offers life insurance. Bobby, number 114. JR, thank you, gamblers, for helping us learn this lucrative business. Thank you, gamblers, for all you do to help us out. The Big T, now I started making money with you. I need some advice for a heated toilet seat for my trading room. Should I go for the gold one right away? You might want to get one of those Japanese toilet seats with all the bells and whistles. You want to look at that. JR, definitely. Savage of Wall Street, when was the last time any of you actually went into a physical bank? Yeah, it's only a matter of time. Robert, the Fed's preferred inflation gauge has moved below 3% for the first time since March 2021. CC, former accountant here, because I absolutely agree. SoFi potential is off the charts. Savage, you can never go wrong with a bidet. See, they're Japanese toys. David, are SoFi looking at expanding into UK and Europe? I would not be surprised if that is happening. I've heard rumors they're coming to Canada. CC management is knowledgeable and aggressive. Brad, good morning, dude. Do you know how I can find the Discord channel? The link I found on Reddit was invalid. Send me a private email. And I'll get you to a link to get you over there. Frumbler, number 119. Have a great day, everybody. The Big T. Savage Wall Street, first the seat, fully automated Japanese cyber toilet later. There you go. JR, after that, install an injection seat. Doing your business will be an uplifting experience. There you go. One, interesting your perspective of no branches for SoFi, while the others are packed with all of them, thinking about the impact on commercial real estate with empty bank branches. Oh, yeah, that also. Yes. Mr. Ray, a bidet trader, laughing out loud. There you go. All right, folks, thank you for popping in, seeing me, hanging out, being here. We're going member only on the chat now. Please become a member of this wonderful family of regulars. Join us, and we'd love to have you. If you become a Gold Bagel member, that is the ultimate way to go, because you can then also join us every morning at 8 o'clock Eastern, half an hour before this show even starts, for the pre-alert show. And you get to join us every Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock Eastern live, or on rerun if you like, for Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce and Gold Bagel members only, to go over option trades and whatever strategies and you name it. Thank you all for your support of this YouTuber from live today from Palm Desert, California. Thank you for being here with us. Love having you. And yeah, let's see what's going on. Let's see what this market has in store for us today. Negative going into the market, 71 points lower on the Dow last I saw. We'll see how this all plays out. We've got lots to follow here. It's option expiry Friday today, so we have that going on. Congratulations to those of you who have been picking up classes lately. Alton and Nick and Scott and Justin, David, Billy, Sven, over to who else? All kinds of folks here. George, Ian, many. I don't want to give too many names away, some privacy issues, but still, guys, thank you. And congratulations. I mean, look, you're taking the bull by the horns and you've joined this channel. You're picking up classes now. Your knowledge level is surging without question. It's going to surge. And you're going to be that much smarter than the competitors out there who are going to try taking money from you. You are becoming casinos. If you're becoming an option writer, you're becoming a casino. And I can tell you, you ought to know casinos win much more often than they lose, and they generally always win. And that's why casinos are always there. It's kind of funny how casinos are always around. There's never a lack of casinos to play with. But the gamblers, they come and go. And that is the name of this game, is to take your share from these casino patrons who are willing to hand you money faster than you can take it. Many of my viewers here cannot believe the kind of money that they're bringing in from writing options, even when they just get started, they just had no idea that these gamblers would hand them as much as they're handing them. They can't seem to, no matter how many contracts they write, they can't seem to write enough. They buy them all. They just buy every contract you want to offer. It's amazing. And then when it comes to buying back contracts to close out positions, easy to do that. It's easy to buy them back and then reload and write other options for even more capital. Rollovers are generally easy if you know what you're doing and you're doing rollovers in the right traded entities with enough volume. I try to steer you straight as best I can, folks. Welcome all to the party. I'm glad you're here with us. Let's get this dinero and get this party started. Thank you all for popping through and being with us. I'm showing the Dow up 31. We were negative going in. We're up 2 on S&P, maybe 3, down 16 on NASDAQ, down 55 cents on oil. We'll know in the next 5-10 minutes really what's going on as all these positions get opened up. Thank you all. Who else? Coyote is here. Marcus, good morning. Number 122. Larry has hit the bells. Dave Duff doing it too. Thank you, everybody. Flint, let's go. Thank you, Larry. Colton, ding, ding, we're open. Mr. Ray is here. I'm ready. Just JR, the bells, and the big T. We're now in member-only commentary. Thank you all who are members, who have joined recently in the last few weeks, months. Welcome to the party. If you subscribe to the channel, I thank you very much. And please consider becoming a member as well. And hang out with us here during trading hours. And let's see if we can help you make dinero as well. 240 people are here. Welcome all of you from around the world. I know this is a global audience, and I thank those of you who are in Europe very late or later in the day, in the afternoon. Welcome to the show, the party. Those of you in the Middle East and over in Asia, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you here. We have 127 thumbs ups going on right now, and that is pretty darn cool. Thank you all. We strive every day to hit 100 before the markets open and to hit 200 by the time we go off the air every day. I appreciate all of you who have every day just been so loyal to this channel, just hitting the thumbs up button without me even asking. You guys are so great. Thank you. Those of you on the reruns out there, you're watching the rerun here. You're the ones who many a time put us over 200 thumbs ups. I thank you very much. We hit 193 yesterday. It looks like the final count. The day before, 225, 208 the day before that, 262 on Monday. So thank you all for nailing the thumbs up button for us every time you do it. It really means a lot to us. It helps our analytics with YouTube. YouTube is constantly adjusting their analytical structure. They are constantly deciding to either rerun or promote or not promote channels based on certain metrics. One of which, a big one, is the thumbs up factor and the engagement factor. How many people are watching this character and reacting to this individual with commentary, with the thumbs ups, the emojis, you name it. It's all measured by these analytical systems. Above my head, I can only generalize what I think they're doing. And I always see videos are targeted at me, being a creator of a YouTube channel, too, actually, that tell me, here's how to be a better YouTuber. Here's how to be, here's how to grow your channel. This is what's happening in 2024. What happened in 2021 doesn't work anymore. You have to do it this way now. And so this is why I always just plead with you for thumbs ups. I just beg for them. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We appreciate them. Thanks. Okay. All right. We're open. Let's see what happens here. What's going on? I'm showing a 48-point gain on the Dow. That's what I've got at the moment. I show S&P down a point at the moment. 139 thumbs ups, by the way. Just got 12. Thank you, guys. What's going on here? I'm really just JR. Giddy up, DB. Good morning, Uncle Bruce and everybody. Hope Auntie Jen is still making good progress on her recovery. This is my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife. She had a new hip replaced last week. It's day 10 now, day 10. Operation Plus 10, and she's doing great. Can't wait till Monday for SoFi earnings to take place. DB, I'm with you there. We're all thinking the same thoughts. Showing 42-point gain on the Dow, half a point loss, 1.5 point loss on S&P, 31-point loss on NASDAQ at the moment. Oil down 50 cents a barrel. That's what I am getting there. Watching for news everywhere we can find it. Let's see. Not sure what we got over there. Let me see if I can get this to pop up over here. Let's go. I'm trying to find out what the latest inflation thing was. So there was supposed to be a report out, the PCE price data. I don't know if anyone saw it. I can't find a headline on it. The U.S. Treasury is up a little bit at 4.14% from the 4.1, so it's a slight increase in interest rates there. And the U.S. dollar is losing a little on the euro, but I mean, a fifth of a penny, nothing going on. The pound is a quarter penny better, maybe. There's not much happening there. In Europe right now, the markets are up 1.5% in London, only a fifth of a percent higher in Germany. We're up 2% plus in France. So we've got some up moves over there. The Dow right now, 38 points to the good. S&P just breaking even. NASDAQ only down 23. That's what I see going on. Bond yields are apparently holding steady after December PCE price data. U.S. government yields are a little changed to slightly higher Friday morning after the data showed only a mild rise in inflation for December. The PCE index, Federal Reserve preferred inflation measure, rose a mild 0.2% in December. The core rate, which excludes food and energy, advanced by the same magnitude, in line with expectations of economists polled by the Wall Street Journal. Meanwhile, the annual rate of core inflation eased to 2.9 from 3.2, marking the lowest level in almost 3 years and suggesting that the disinflation trend is continuing. There you go. Interest rate expectations were little changed after the report. Fed funds futures traders see a 97.4% chance of no action by the Federal Reserve next week, which would leave the main policy rate target between 5.25, 5.5, according to the CME FedWatch tool. The chance of no action again by March is seen at 50.7%, and traders mostly expect 5 or 6 quarter-point cuts by December. I don't think that many are coming, but that's what they're saying out there. And there you go. So there's some info for you on the inflation index that's going on. That's what's being talked about. Okay, everybody. We're not really getting a lot of movement here overall on the markets at this point. Alrighty, there we go over there, and we'll pop this up over here, and there we go. 47-point gain on the Dow, half a point loss on S&P, NASDAQ down 27 points. So the Dow was negative all morning, was slumping, and then as it opened up with that PCE report. So far, the equity market likes it as far as the Dow Jones goes. S&P has now just gone positive, so it's recovering, and NASDAQ is off 22, but it had been lower. That is what we got. SoFi, 781, 782, right around the high of the day right now for SoFi in the early morning here. And we've got volume on SoFi right now, 5.9 million, all right? 5.9 million volume on SoFi at the moment. Welcome all to the program and to the show right now. Pat Merkley, I wrote my first calls yesterday and I bought more SoFi with the money. 10s and 12s out to 125. There you go. Pat Merkley, oops, fat fingers and bad eyesight for this boomer. There you go. SoFi volume 5.9, sitting at 781 or so. Apple down a dime. GameStop up a dime. The Qs are down 210. Spiders are down 27. AI up 49 cents at 25.68 now. Rocket Lab up 4 cents to 4.96. Rocket Lab up 14 cents. Apple down 12. Enphase up $2. Netflix down $1.48. Adobe is down 167. Nvidia down 430. The Tesla shares are up $2. Matterport up 4. Spire up 12 cents. SmartRent up 6. Owens Corning up 32 cents. ATIP unchanged. Unity is up 85 now at 33.73. Google down 15 cents. Moderna unchanged. Cisco is up 8. Pfizer's up 23. IBM up 160. 192 now for IBM. HPQ up 22. Microsoft down $1.17. ME unchanged. Amazon up 111. Home Depot up 187. Vanix Semiconductors, led by Intel and others, are down 330 a share at 189 on that ETF SMH symbol. Goldman Sachs down 233. Boeing is up $4. They've had a rough time of it. They're at 205.80. Meta up 52 cents. Target is up 51. JP Morgan is down 18. Costco is up 140. Walmart is up 15 cents. Disney up 21. American Airlines is up 34. AMC movie theaters up a dime at 4.18. DraftKings down a penny. Royal Caribbean is down 154 to 126.17. Those are the latest numbers on some of the stocks we follow the most around here. Dow seems to be popping a bit right now, 69. S&P up 0.17, but NASDAQ still down 23 cents a share. That's what I got. SoFi 775 or so. As we jump around, it is option expiry Friday today. All righty, everybody. Alberto, Uncle Bruce. Okay, JR, don't look now, Uncle Bruce. 143 thumbs ups and climbing over there. JR, where's my coffee? Beach Boy is slacking, says Alberto. Constantine, good morning. 148 thumbs ups, Uncle B. They're climbing for you again. You're going higher on that thumbs up count. You're going for 200. You're going to get it today. Mark our words, they say. Thank you all for hitting the thumbs up button for me. It means a lot to us. The channel really gets benefits when these come in. It really adds up. 148 thumbs ups and counting now for the channel today. Thank you, kids. Thank you. And, thank you. There you go. Just got a Molly Maid ad. How about that? Molly Maid is advertising on my channel. Interesting. And you never thought when you created a YouTube channel that you would be helping Molly Maid, but apparently Molly Maid is advertising, and so there's the upper middle class right there being targeted. Too busy to do their own homekeeping, so they hire someone to do it. Hey, I say great. Look. If you're making, you and your wife are making $200 an hour combined, and it costs you $25 an hour to get someone to clean your house, pay the $25 an hour and make the $200, you're ahead of the curve. Absolutely. Now, if you're working from home, I mean, here's the kicker of kickers. If you're working from home and you're an option writer, and your wife is working full-time or your husband is working full-time, whatever it is, between the two of you, you're making hundreds of dollars an hour. And you hire a home cleaning service to come in for $100 a week, $150 a week, whatever the number is. I don't know what the number is. I don't have home cleaning. That's a write-off. That is a corporate write-off. And so think about that. You're paying pre-tax dollars to have your house cleaned as part of your business expenses, rather than you doing it in the first place. I kind of like this game. You don't have to buy the cleaners. You don't have to bring in the equipment. You don't own the mops. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. If your services include laundry, the dishes, the cleaning up of the lawn work, that might be yard work, might be a write-off to a degree as well. It's all part of maintenance for the whole deal. Hey, what can I say? If you are a full-time option writer, and on the side, you do some consulting work, you do all of this inside a corporate structure with the help of a tax advisor, you have got write-offs you never thought possible, including car payments, car maintenance, car insurance, gas, cost of a Tesla, electricity, your utility bills, your internet costs, getting a new phone, buying a new computer, anything around the house could be business related one way or another. There might be percentages of those expenditures that are pre-tax write-offs. You don't get that as an employee at your office. You get nothing. You get nothing but hosed by the government being an employee of a company because you don't have any deductions. You get nailed for everything. Being a corporate entity and trading options inside that could be a very smart way to go. You income split revenue to yourself and your children up to an allowable amount that's fully tax-free, perhaps your significant other. There's ways to make this really pay handsomely. So with the deductions and splitting income, your tax bill compared to what you made working, there's no comparison. You're way ahead. JR Alberto, I'm winding up to toss it your way. Just a gentle toss, though, with the coffee. Touchgrass, thumbs up. Bruce Alberto, how about a polygamist with 4 wives? How about that? Touchgrass, yay. Okay, Bertie. Alberto, want to cover my lifestyle as well, you know. Touchgrass is smiling about that. Got people thinking, haven't I? There you go. You know, if you ever want to go on a holiday, I mean, think about this. You want to go on a holiday? And let's say you want to go from wherever you live. You want to go to New York. Go to New York, and from New York you're going to go to Europe. Okay, you get to New York and you attend a symposium. You attend a financial seminar. You attend a conference. You attend a trade show that has to do with writing options, being an investor, or whatever it is you do with your consulting practice. That a chunk of that is a write-off. Okay. Now, if you can also fly to Europe and you can attend a convention, a show, something in London, or you're in Greater Europe and in Berlin and you attend something there, you may be able to write off a chunk of your entire trip over and above the cost of attending the thing. Hotel stays in New York are now covered. Meals, cabs, Ubers, flights, and now you know the spare time you have. You can't write off the basketball game. You can't write off the hockey game or the play, but getting there and being there, a lot of it is a write-off. Europe, you might be able to write a lot of that off. You never know how you can really take advantage of this entire business for your benefit. Remember, corporations are loved by tax departments. The tax departments love corporations. Politicians love corporations. Politicians hate people because they're voters and they are swings. They sometimes change their minds. The tax department just slaughters average taxpayers, just slaughters them to death. Corporations have many ways to defer and work the tax code to their advantage. It's built into the tax code by the very politicians that the corporations hired in there in the first place. You've got to work with a tax advisor. And if you're going to become a successful option writer around here, I have a feeling, and I'm convinced, you're going to make so much money around here writing contracts and premium shrinkage and everything else. You are going to have tax issues. You are going to have tax challenges. For all the right reasons, you're making a lot of money. And these are the kind of problems you need that you've never had before. Don't be afraid of these problems because there are professionals out there to help you get through it. And if you set up the right structure to do what you're going to do, maybe this year is the year you do set up that structure. It's all right. It's all good. It'll open up a whole new world. Dude, credit spreads in Tesla working out, Uncle B. I'm way out there at 240, 45 calls. I'll be rolling in next week, maybe turn it into a Condor. 84 days expiry, plenty of time, sky's the limit, sweet ride. Beach Boy, Alberto, can't hear you, no receptionist, cave partying with Savage. How many symbols have we locked, Savage? Self cut down the tequila pipe before stepping into that wormhole. Don't know what he's talking about there. A dude sold another put in SoFi this morning, out 21 days, $50 at the $7 strike. It's easy money for the buying power. It's a 15% return in less than a month. I'm taking this money. Dude, I think if you talk business, it's said basketball game is deductible. There you go. There you go. How about that? You never know, kids. You just never know until you investigate it and until you really take advantage of it. But you've got to want it. Like I've said a million times before, you have to want to be successful. Wishing it is great. Wanting it is wonderful. But getting it now is it's the hard part to a degree. But at the end, is it so worth it? Oh, yes, it is so worth it. Start with the lessons and start with hanging out here, become a member of the stream, and learn how this is done. And away you go. There you go. You're on your way. We're up 21 on the Dow, down 5.8 on S&P. We're down 46 on NASDAQ. We were negative all morning. All morning we were in the red. So being green at all is a surprise. And I don't know if it's sustainable. I really don't know if it is sustainable. It's 23 minutes of green on the Dow anyway. We'll see if the Dow can hold it. And or will we turn red and go redder on the NASDAQ and the S&P? Because we were seeing Intel get hit this morning. We watched Humana the last couple of days. I'm wondering just, what's really the gig here. We're at 765 on SoFi now, unchanged. We have no change in SoFi. Today is the last day for the stock to trade before earnings come out Monday morning. And it defies logic to an extent that the shares haven't gone higher, but it also is predictable in that the shorters out there likely are trying to mess with your emotions and keep this stock looking weak. And like I said, it's a major war going on, a war by proxy, using SoFi against certain investors out there, retail investors. What can I tell you? Until retail investors band together and come in and start buying 100 million shares a day of SoFi, the shorters have more money than you have. And that's the end of it right there. They have more money than you've got. And unless the shares go to $10, $15, $20, the shorters aren't afraid because they're going, well, we got billions of bucks behind us. So if the stock goes up a buck or so, we can cover it. It's not enough money to scare us. We're not afraid of you guys. That's what they said about GameStop. For years, they said that about GameStop. It went to $4, they didn't care. Went to $7, they didn't care. Went to 10, they didn't care. Went to 15 and 20, they didn't care. And they just kept doubling down and daring the retail investor to shake him out of their tree. It took a while, but it happened. What no one talks about is that GameStop raised $2 billion in cash during the crazy frenzy well after the first one to supplement their treasury with a ton of money. And they still have 1.2 billion of it with no debts. They don't talk about that anywhere in the media. I tell you that right now, GameStop has never talked about how cash rich they are, unless Cohen makes a move with the money, which I'm waiting for. We have to wait it out, see what's going on. All right. One, the LLC is the way to go, Uncle Bruce. As you mentioned, lots of ways to deduct those dollars. JR, Uncle Bruce, my emotions are telling me to hold here. JR, go SoFi, rock and roll, baby. I'm pumped about SoFi. This is a nothing burger. Whatever happens today still doesn't matter. It's all about Monday morning and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, because sooner or later, if this company is making money, the street gets wind of just how much money these guys are now making and are going to make now. This gig's over. The days of single digit SoFi are behind us. That will be the case, but you got to prove it first. You got to show the numbers before people believe it. So Monday morning, pre-market. If that has to be the way, then that has to be the way. We're up 29 on the Dow, and that's that, kids. Interesting stuff out there, isn't it just? All right, 761 down 4 on SoFi, making cash secured put writing even more lucrative. How about that? Even more lucrative for a limited time offer, because I would not want to be a shorter of this stock at these prices 3 to 6 months from now. I don't want to be that guy because in 6 months from now, We've had 3 or 4 consecutive earning reports come out already, quarterlies, that are all positive and growing. And we're going to have continued higher numbers. And now we're within less than a year of probably becoming part of the S&P 500 index. That's SoFi's direction, just so you know. Why do you think Noto's buying every stock he can get his hands on? Why do you think? Other insiders also. Yeah. Why are so many employees thrilled at having a stock option program at work? And think about this. Stock $7.60 a share right now, okay? You're an employee of SoFi, and you know that every 2 weeks when you get paid $100 or $200 or whatever the amount that you've dedicated goes into your 401k. Is that going into SoFi stock and the company is matching it for you at these prices? You're going, stay down here. Just stay down here. Let me get through another pay period. Let me get more. I get more stock for every couple of $100, 200 from them, 200 from me. It's 400 a month. I get more shares at $7.50, $7.60 than I get at 10 or 12 or $15. I bet you that's part of the thinking inside SoFi itself. Wouldn't be surprised. But right now, $7.58, the option players of SoFi are all over this stock right now. They're all over it. They will be all over it. Maybe they're going to hold it under $7.50 again, just like last Friday. Is that a possibility? Will you watch the chart later today? This morning's opening, it went up, then it came down to $7.49, and then it just stayed there all day long until the aftermarket when we popped to $7.75 tonight. And Monday morning, we popped to $8.25. And the earnings come out, we popped to $8.75. Is this possible? Anybody want to help me out with that? I'm wondering if this is what's going on. I'm wondering. Big E, I would like to have SoFi close between 9 and 10 on June 21st. If that could be arranged, then both my put and calls are worthless. There you go. See, now we're talking. There you go. 758 down 7 cents, 10.4 million volume, 10.9 million volume. It's not heavy, but there is a sell wave coming in on SoFi. Without question, a determined, deliberate sell wave has hit this stock in the last 15 minutes. Deliberate. There'll be no investigations by Congress, though. Don't hold your breath about that. There'll be no investigations. 783 was a high. 783. We're now 760. Why would the stock drop 23 cents in 10 minutes? Why would that happen? 23 cents in 10 minutes. Isn't that a little sudden? Isn't that a little fast? Isn't that a little much? That's odd. Now 762. Yeah, kind of wonder. I also wonder, when will the time come that a hedge fund player that looks to make money on, directions slowly comes in here and starts buying up all this stuff and lets these shorters think that they can rule the roost and just starts buying up their stock without trying to show their hand through all kinds of brokerage firms and all kinds of buyers, all over the world, and orders keep coming in, and the stock gets gobbled up, ends up in one place. It just all trickles into one account somewhere that is long. Just kind of like Ryan Cohen bought GameStop back in 2020, August, September, October, November, December. He just bought up the stock. He didn't say anything. He didn't have to. He didn't have to talk. He just bought up the stock. And he ended up with 13% of GameStop. By the time it was all said and done, he had 13% of the company. And there already was a 105% short position out there, whatever the number was. It was insane how many shorts there were. And he just exasperated it with his purchase of 13% of GameStop. What happens here with SoFi if a buyer picks up 100 million shares of SoFi? All this week they've been buying it. It's going on already. What if it's already happening? And we don't know about it. And the minute they crack 9.999% into 10% level, they have to declare. Well, the declaration might take a week to come out. We won't know until next week, the week after earnings. Only then do we find out that, oh, by the way, while you guys were crying in your beer about the stock sitting at 7 something a share, somebody just bought up 100 million of them. While the shorters are trying to hold it down between those 2 Fridays, they bought up all that paper, put it away, and now they're declaring their ownership. And those 118 million shares shorted, there's 100 million less they can get back. because those 100 million are not for sale. They've been bought and been tucked away for a long-term hold. And now you can go scramble for 118 million or whatever the number really is, 150, 180, I don't know, in what's left. And the earnings are out and they're good. And here are the projections that are way above forecast. Knock yourself out. And that's how it can go to 15 quickly. That's how it could go there. But, no one's calling me to tell me this stuff. There you go. Anyway, I would buy more SoFi, but I'm tempted to do more cash secured puts. That's a great strategy. Writing cash secured puts is a great strategy. Go long term, Jan 25s, write 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, something like that. That's a great strategy. Lorraine, I called for AAA for a boost. I did not speak to a live person, and their updates are fully automated with AI. That means lost jobs. Interesting. Touchgrass, isn't there a hold against buying SoFi for institutional investors until some metric happens, depending on the investor? Of course, but can it be an independent wolf? Not a problem. Not a lurker, 158 thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Not a lurker. Hello, Uncle Bruce and Bagel family, and a couple of turds. Welcome you all to the show. Thank you for joining us here. We're 759 on the SoFi shares. The low of the day, 756. The high of the day, 783. The volume now is pushing 12 million shares. And the question on some of our minds are, the question is will the shares be held under 750 today, just like last week, for option writing purposes? Because there were option writers at 750 that want those contracts to expire worthless. Is it possible that a bunch of option writers at 8 and 9 were out there and they nailed the options market the last 2-3 weeks and they want to keep the stock under 750 a share, so all those contracts die at zero? Then they'll just let it go and do whatever it wants, and away it happens. I don't know. If they're shorting the stock to keep the options down, I wonder, is that going to work or not? I do not know. How is Auntie Jen? She's great. Auntie Jen is great. Auntie Jen is doing so well that they gave her at the hospital these pain pills, and she's supposed to take them every 6 hours. They told her that, like last year, if you find that you don't need as much medication for pain because you're doing better, you can cut the pills in half. And that's what she did yesterday. She cut her pain pills in half, and she still takes her half a pain pill every 4 hours. So there's a sign right there. There's a sign right there when the painkillers are being reduced only 9 days after, 10 days after the operation. That's a sign. That's a good sign. Yeah. We're very happy. Jen is very pleased. We're delighted. She's doing her daily stretches and exercises every day. Going well. She's able to get in and out of bed herself already. This took 3 weeks last year, 3rd week until she could get out of bed by herself. This has happened here in 7 days. She's in and out of bed on her own. We find out after the fact, what stuff has moved. Oh yeah, I went to the bathroom half an hour ago. You didn't even tell us. Well, I didn't need to tell you. I got out of bed, went to the bathroom, came back. It's a good sign. We're very pleased and we're excited and delighted. She goes in for therapy Mondays and Thursdays now. Starting Monday, she goes in for physical therapy with her therapist. So yeah, they're going to build her up. They're going to build the strength back. So yeah, we are stoked. That means the stronger she gets, the sooner we have a get together for a meet and greet in Southern California. So yeah, she's looking forward to that too. So awesome. Auntie Jell is doing well, says make money selling calls with Uncle Bruce. You got it, man. We are stoked here too. We're really happy. Jen Jr. is delighted. She's helping out around the house and getting some California sunshine in, going for little jogs here and there and working out. And it's all good. It's all good. Beach Boy, not a lurker. I object to this language. Only diamonds coming out here. There you have it. 754 on SoFi, 753, new low of the day on your SoFi. That's what's going on. We have option traders, I believe, messing with it. I really do. 13.4 million traded. I think they're messing with the stock. They don't fear the retail investor. That's simple as it is. It's as simple as that. The guys who are trying to run the SoFi under 750 a share to kill option values, call option premiums with expiries today, do not fear the retail investor. They have the ability to grind the stock lower without any fear of retribution. That's my hunch. Now, it could have been this morning at 780 and 775, and they sold it. It went down to 770, 765. They bought it all back that they sold up there. Let the stock get back to 770, sold it again, dropped it to 765, down to 760 to 758. Then they've been buying it back at 59, 60, 61, buying it all back. Now they're shorting it again. And it's a cycle that repeats and repeats. They use 100,000 shares, 300,000 shares, 500,000 shares, whatever the number is required. It's only a couple of $1 million. Let's get real here. 1 million shares is $7.5 million. This is chump change to hedge fund players. This is a nothing burger. You can kick SoFi around all you want. They say that was easy. Piece of cake. So they're shorting it now. 750, 54, 52, 53, 51. Hit it. Get it to back off under 750. Buy it back up all day long. Hit it again. Buy it back. They're playing these swing games. They're accentuating the down dips and then slowly buying it back and hitting it again and buying it back and hitting it again. And they're just circulating this $2-3 million, $6, $7, $8, $10 million. And what's really going on is there are thousands of options that expire today that they will cash in on that make them much more than what they're playing with here. That is the likelihood of what could be going on here, just to give you a heads up. It's nothing personal. It's just business, okay? Big business, good business for these guys. So let's take a look at some numbers. See if I can make this work for you guys. Hang on one second. Just stand by for a second. Let me kind of do a little. I'm going to do a thingy, okay? I'm going to do a thingy right now. And let's have some fun with a thingy just to kind of show you a little thingy, okay? I'm going to show you a thingy now. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go over to this part of my channel. Here we are. And let me load this up and let me show you what I see. Here's what I see. Let's see if I can get this to pop up here. Can you see that? Yeah, there you go. Okay. There's me there. That's no good. There I am. Okay, that's a little better. All right. So this is the option chain for SoFi. If you look right on this side of the divide, there's two halves of the page. Okay, there's this side and then there's the other side. This side above my head is calls. So in the middle, you'll see a blue box that says 756. That's the current price of the stock as of a couple of seconds ago. You see 7, 750, and 8. Those are three different option strikes. The 7s on the call side, right beside $7 up there, 4071. There are 4,071 contracts at a $7 strike price, and below that, 750 strike price, or 13,331. Multiply that 13.3 by 100, and you get 1.3 million shares in the call options that are trading right now. 2,039 have traded as of a few moments ago when I took this screenshot, and right now the market is 79.80 at the moment. Go to the other side of the page over here to 750. You see it says 63 cents. That's the last trade of a put contract. 64.65 is the bid ask of the 750 put contract. 18.95 traded today. 22,666 in existence. There are more put contracts in existence than call contracts, almost 2-to-1. That's 2.2 million shares represented on the put side, 1.3 million on the call side. If you wrote puts and you wrote calls and the stock closes at 750 on the nose, guess what? All those contracts are worthless and you keep all that money. So right now, if you write 750 calls and 750 puts right now, you can bring in, what is that, $1.35 a share? They expire today. See what's going on here? it's a hell of a game that's going on here. One hell of a game going on. Now, I'm assuming I got this right. Now, bear with me. I might be wrong on this. Hang on. I just noticed something that I don't like. I may have given you the wrong quotes. I have to apologize. Sorry for this, because this doesn't seem right. Looks like I'm giving you February contracts. Are any of you out there with your platforms? Can you tell us all the numbers on these contracts that I've just went into? Let me see here. I don't think so. I don't think anyone's in here telling me yet. Yeah, if you take a look at your option chains, tell me how many call options are expiring today? How many put options are expiring today at 7:50? Would you mind helping me out? Because this, unfortunately, is Market Watch, and I assumed this was today's expiry, and it's not today's expiry. It's next week. It's February, but that still is telling that even next Friday's contracts are a 135 premium. If you write at 750, that is still a 130 on a 750. That's almost 20% movement, 18% movement up or down. That shows you the earnings coming out on Monday, what was going on. There's volatility out there, but I'm kind of curious about the contracts overall. Let's see if I can do this here. I'm going to pop this up here while I am live. And let's see if I can do it this way. Let's get that up. Okay, and then let's do this, and let's do this. Okay, I think I've got it now. I don't have certain numbers I'd like, but I can see this. A 750 call option right now seems to be indicating 19 to 20 cents. With the stock at 766. So they're worth 16 cents and the market is 19 to 20. On the put side, 4 to 5 cents is the bid ask for a 750 put expiring tonight. So combined, we're talking 24 cents. The problem for most traders out there, many traders, is there is no way you can write these and get a lot of money out of them because of the expenses of writing them. The cost of the commissions on either side, so it might not be too good. Marcus, 7,500 of 7.5 calls and 4,500 of 7.5 puts is what Marcus thinks there are. There are 34,000 of $8 calls expiring today. 34,000 today. So, Marcus, thank you for this. I appreciate this, guys. Let me know what you see on your platforms. As I say, the pricing on these are 19.20 on the calls, 4 to 5 on the puts. The $8 calls are 2 cents. The $8 puts are 37.38. The $7 calls are 66.67, and the puts are 1 penny. All right, that's what I'm showing over there. At the best, at what I can tell right now. All right. And I will yet again update now. 14.15 on the 750 calls, 5 to 6 on the puts at the moment. Expiring tonight. All right. I hope I got that right. I think I do. There you go. All right. Okay. Lorraine, how was your skills have improved overnight? Did Jen Jr. help you? Somewhat, although I have to say some of this I figured out on my own just through trial and error. I'm constantly trying to figure out how to be a better presenter for you guys on some of these images and whatnot. It's not easy. Let me see if I can do something here also. Wait a minute, get that cup out of the way. I'm going to knock it over. Let's see if I can make this work. Maybe this is here. Yeah, you might be able to see this. I don't know for sure. Hang on here. Just give me this for a second here. I'm going to delete that first overlay. We don't need that anymore. Let's go over here to this one. Yeah, right over there. Let's see if this works for you or for me. There it comes. Come on in, baby. There it is. And there we go. Okay, so this is the bid ask of a 750 call above me here, and the bid ask of the puts are over there. for 750, and then below that last 758, those are the $8 calls and puts over there. Obviously, the 8s are worth 40.43 because the stock's at 758, where the calls for 750 are 14 to 15 because, again, we're at 758. They're only worth 8 cents book value. They have a 14.15 price right now, expiring tonight. And so the question on everybody's mind has been, will the GameStop shares be held up by shorters who are going to come in with waves of selling to drive the price down? Will they try to drive it down to 740 and then buy it back between 742 and 746 and 748 and drive it back and then buy it back and drive it back and then ultimately end at 750 tonight at the bell? Do we just end at 750 or 749, something like last week? The same pattern with millions of shares trading hands. Is this going on now? And will it go on all day? That's what I wonder about. 15.7 million volumes so far, not yet in the first hour. So I don't know. You want to tell me that? I'm wondering. That's what I see. All right, everybody. Never a dull moment, is it? Never a dull moment. 757 on SoFi here, 758. The low of the day, 752. The high of 783. 30-cent spread on mostly on the downside. The day before earnings are coming out, expected to be positive. The first time in the company's history, the stock's down. What does that say to you? How can the stock be lower the day before first time ever profits to be announced by the company? Is this stock at an all-time high? No. Is this stock at a 90-day all-time high? No. Why is it down here then? Does someone know something about the earnings? Really? What's going on here? I'm really just JR. So if I write 70 call contracts on my shares, am I not gambling? Well, yeah. And this is the thing about these hedge fund guys. Are they long stock? Ultimately, they're long 5 million shares. They wrote 750s and pulled in all kinds of premiums a month ago. And now they're cranking against the stock to keep it down here so that they lock in a big fat profit. Are they buying back these calls right now? Are they buying the calls as I am showing you this market? Is that what's going on? Look at the price again. 14 to 15 cents a share on those 750 calls. Are they buying up those contracts? They wrote them for $1 a week ago, a month ago, and they're pulling in the 80-cent profit net 85. Are they doing this? I don't know. It's the same thing happening with the $8 calls, the $9 calls. Did they write $10 calls? It doesn't matter what price you wrote the strike price at. If the stock has come down, you've lost premium, time value, the whole 9 yards. You're locking in profits, right? I'm wondering if this is happening with these professional traders. Are they pulling this little stunt off here and the SEC isn't going to do a damn thing about it? That's what I'm asking. 13 cents on the calls, 5 to 6 cents on the puts at 750 right now. If they wrote $10 calls or 9s or 8s last week or 2 weeks ago, those are at 1 to 2 pennies each. They've all been wiped out. If they wrote $5, $6, $57 puts, those are getting wiped out. Only the 750s have any value on the put side and higher. Calls have value at 750 or higher on expiry today. I'm looking now at February the 2nd. Look at the 750s. There's 76 cents on the calls, 67 on the puts. If these guys think, again, these huge mega multi-million dollar funded hedge funds, these guys think they can play this game next week as well after earnings, getting all the emotion out of Monday and Tuesday. They see the stock go up a little bit. They write calls. They write 750s and 8s and 9s. They take in huge premiums because they're in the money. And then they slam the stock Wednesday and Thursday and Friday all the way back to $750, $8. They score option premiums by the millions because they're going to write thousands of contracts. That's what I'm wondering about. I'm just throwing it at you. Are they doing 5,000 contracts at every level, at every strike price? So, write 5,000 calls at 7, 750, 8, 850, 9, 950, and 10. There's 25,000 calls, 30,000 calls. That's 3 million shares that you've written against. Are they going to do the same thing with puts? 8s, 850s, 9s, 10s, as they rise, are they going to run a whole bunch of puts contracts and have 50,000 contracts written that expire next week, and then shenanigan the stock down to a point where all the contracts they've written become essentially worthless or way lower than what they got for them, and they're cashing in Thursday and Friday, left, right, and center. And SEC does nothing because there's nothing to see here. There's nothing untoward going on. It's all fine. I wonder about that. I do not know. Touchgrass SEC is a retroactive unit. Yeah, they react. Yes, they react. They are not proactive. There's that. But hey, last week nothing happened. Did anything happen last week when it was held at 7:49 all Friday afternoon? I didn't see any SEC rulings. I didn't hear about an investigation. There were no arrests. I don't know of anything going on over there. So everything was fine. It was all legit. We're at 760 right now on the stock, 762 a moment ago. There's nothing to see here. There's nothing untoward going on. It's just regular trading of a security in anticipation of earnings coming out Monday before the opening. That's all that we have going on here. There's nothing to see here. All the blood on that sidewalk, we'll just get a guy with a hose to make that go away. There's nothing to see. Just go about your business. It's fine. Right cash secured puts. That's where I'm from on this thing. I say right cash secured puts. And if this wants to go to 850, 950, you're already smiling. You're already laughing. Month from now, 950 to 1050 to 1250. Do you think these shorters care really where the stock is going to go in the long run? They're going to play these shenanigans at wherever the stock wants to hang out at. So if the shares want to hang out at 10 and go to 12 on Monday and Tuesday and come back to 10 on Friday, and then the next week they go to 13, 14 and hang out at 12 on Friday, you know what they're going to do? They're going to shift their positions on their calls and puts and play the games there. They're doing it with Tesla, with Apple, with spiders, with you name it. They're in and out, shorting, going long, trying to manipulate the stock to a slight degree to make their options pay. It's nothing personal. It's just business. You guys have to take advantage of shrinkage. Don't guess where the market's going. The market's telling you where it's going. Take the shrinkage on the contracts as your reward. If you happen to get a movement your direction as well as shrinkage, hey, you got lucky. You got even better faster. But in the end, you're going to make money if you're writing premiums on your contracts. Very nicely done. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. We're up 71 on the Dow here. We're up half a point on S&P. We're down 29 on NASDAQ. It's option expiry Friday. You can tell. There isn't much going on here. We're down 21 cents on oil. We're not going anywhere there either. You think there's manipulation in the oil market? You bet your ass there is. Big time, baby. Big time. Again, shrinkage is your friend. You've got to take advantage of it no matter what. Credit spreads are a great way to go. Well out of the money, for sure. I mean, that is the ultimate way of scoring money from this option market in a way. Writing out of the money calls and buying further out of the money calls, or writing out of the money puts and buying further out of the money puts. These credit spreads are a gift that just keeps on giving. You could do 1 week, 2 week, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, anywhere in there. Credit spreads all over the place, but just be doing it in a liquid market. Try to avoid doing credit spreads in illiquid companies and stocks. It works against you. You don't want to have wide spreads between bid and asks to do credit spreads. You might give up some premium, but you can get the volume. And there's the key right there. If you want to write 25 $10 spread contracts on NVIDIA, you can do it with probably a nice tight spread. You can certainly do it with Apple. You can do it with SPY, Microsoft, many other issues. The Magnificent Seven, I'm sure, have excellent liquidity for you to take advantage of. And These credit spreads will pay you. They will pay you. Seinfeld producer Andrew Scheinman lists his LA mansion for $17.75 million. It pays to be a producer of Seinfeld. It doesn't hurt to have the number one show on television for the last couple of years of its life, and all that money from royalties. There's money in making people laugh. There really is. There's money to make people laugh. How about that? Brian, their Band-Aid is to change billion-dollar hedge funds, to charge billion-dollar hedge funds, a couple of $1 million in fines, which is pennies, does nothing to see here. Everyone keeps doing what they're doing. Beach Boy, dude, that's a nice trade. Lots of open interest. So I wrote also, Bobby, oh, that's the PG-13 warning. Any more of that language, mister, you upset the mouse. There you go. We got to be careful about that. There's money in them there hills. Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools, movie stars. Yeah, baby. There be dough out there. Giddy on up. We're up 74 on the Dow. We're only up 2.8 on S&P. We're down 20 on NASDAQ. And we have a mixed bag return at this moment on the market. SoFi's down 4. GameStop down 2. The Qs are down 146. The spiders are up 11. AI down 1 penny. Rocket Lab down a penny and a half. At this moment after the opening now. We have Apple up 44 cents. Enphase is up 55. Netflix is up $8 again at $570. Adobe $619 up there, down $338 actually. Nvidia down $264. We've got Tesla up 57 cents at $183.20. We've got Matterport up 1.5. Spires are up 2 cents. Smart Rent down about a penny. Owens Corning up 64 cents. ATIP up a penny. Unity is up 45. Google is up 3 cents. Moderna down 88. Cisco down 4. Pfizer up 6. IBM down 174. HBQ down is up 34 cents. We're down 25 on Microsoft. ME is off 1 cent. Amazon up 76. Home Depot up 328. Vanik Semiconductors, SMH down 272. Goldman Sachs down 489. Boeing is up 219. Meta, Facebook is up 26. Target up 64. JP Morgan down 57 cents. Costco is up 422. Walmart up 81. Disney up 36. American Airlines down 14 cents after a good day yesterday, I think. AMC up 6. DraftKings down 11. And Royal Caribbean down 233 at 125.38. Even though oil is down 15 cents, Royal Caribbean is down a bit. There you go. We're up 73 on the Dow. And SoFi, 764 now. 764 on SoFi, down a penny. Those of you who want Discord link information, send me a private email. I will respond after this show to you for sure. All right. So just bear with me while I'm on the air and I finish off. We'll get you the info you need. We're plus now on GameStop, 1 penny. At the moment, AI just went green, up 8. The Dow up 84. S&P up 3.5. The market looks to try to be going a little higher. NASDAQ down just 13 points. Qs are still down 129 at the moment. Welcome, everybody who's here. What else? Dude, Uncle Bruce, you are spot on with the options flow on the chains. That's exactly what's happening here on SoFi. You're absolutely right. Kaiser, I'm curious about companies cash on hand. Tesla, GameStop, they got large amounts like Apple, Do you think these companies are waiting for a better point to enter some investments or to weather a storm? Well, don't forget, these guys right now have locked in their money at 5% interest. So they're hauling in 5% interest on their money as we watch them do whatever they're going to do. So, if their margins for their business is 12%, to manufacture whatever they manufacture or do whatever they do, they are also making 5% just on cash on hand without any debt to speak of. So yes, for GameStop, they're making $60 million a year on their money. 1.2 million a week is being made just on their cash until Cohen figures out what to do with it. Now, you can understand Cohen wants more than a 5% return. Why would he not take 5% if he can't get better than that on an investment. He's going to be picky, right? I'm with you on that. Apple, my God, they're hauling in 5% on 150 billion minimum. That's $7.5 billion a year in profits. It's staggering how much is coming in. Yeah, everyone's doing it. Tesla's cash rich. Adobe, Microsoft, Oracle, Facebook, Google, Amazon. I mean, they're all cash rich. They've got tons of cash, no debts, hauling in interest on this money, and they're not going to move it until they're forced to move it. And if they can get 5% right now, what's the hurry? What's the rush? They're bargain hunting. If they have in mind a company they want to buy, they're going to wait for that company to have tough times. Maybe they might look at them and go, we only want half of what they got. The other half they got, we don't want it. So once we get them, we're going to offload this stuff and just dump it. But let's wait and see. And I can see where the board of directors will kind of vote and say, look, yeah, we'd like to spend $10 billion to buy this competitor over here. But you know what? We might only have to spend $8.5 billion to buy these guys. Why don't we haul in $1 billion in interest on the money we're sitting on? In the meantime, watching this thing go down $1.5 billion in value, that's a $2.5 billion swing our way for our shareholders. That is smart management right there. That's what you pay these people to do. Get the best return for performance. SoFi's up 4 cents, by the way, for $7.69. Bobby, so way out of the money on Wednesday next week. Not a lurker. What is Discord? Laughing out loud. Splair, yeah, I'm back for the last minute of the show here. Brian, Uncle Bruce, do you have any thoughts on our predictions for the earnings per share for SoFi? A lot of people online seem to be guessing around 3 to 6. Estimates are 0. Yeah, I've talked about this at the beginning of the show. I've talked about this all week long. We'll see what happens. I think they're going to outdo official estimates, but that's all I can tell you. Splair, GameStop is looking actually pretty solid. I think it was a good decision to buy back one call near 1380 here. Splair, and now waiting for a higher price before rewriting. There you go. 1464 up 11 on GameStop. SoFi 768 up 3. There you go. Isn't it fun? Brian, SoFi can just go to $10 now if they want. I won't stop them. Go to $10. Go ahead. It'll be fine. It's fine. Go ahead. Just go up there. It's fine. We're all good here. We're all happy people. We're all happy and satisfied and loving life and really looking forward to the upside here. It's all good. It's all good. Well, we'll find out soon enough, kids. Like I say, we've got a few things to watch for. Certainly Monday morning, giddy up. We've got that. I'll be keeping an eye on this market all day today. We'll see what's going on. We'll keep you posted with any updates or alerts. Could be a fun last hour today. Could be a very fun last hour, especially on SoFi. Keep your eyes peeled on how they perform. If those shares take a pop at the end of the day, even after hours tonight, don't be surprised if this happens, because there could be a lot of pre-Monday morning hype leading up to the moment of the release of their financials. And it could well be that SoFi has a real nice run tonight and Monday morning before the earnings come out. And then we'll just see what happens after that. So I'll be watching it. I know you'll be watching it. We'll see what gives in the meantime, everybody. Congratulations, all of you who have taken it upon yourselves to take control of your lives, to make your money work for you like your money is supposed to work for you. This is a wonderful thing to see, and I'm really excited for all of you out there. I noticed we have 174 thumbs ups in the house tonight or this morning. I thank you for that. The rerunners out there, I am sure you will help us get to 200 if you can. Please do. Love it. And all of you who have joined this channel the last few weeks, thank you all so much for joining in, becoming part of this audience, and joining in with Uncle B and his friends. I love you for that. Thank you guys, everywhere, wherever you are around the world, for joining in with me. I think we might have to honor the Knights of Knee here. We might need to address the little shortage of knee emojis that might be prevalent here. Maybe it's time for the knee emojis to be done so that the Knights of Knee are rewarded and honored and acknowledged for the incredible power that they possess over our markets and just how well we are looked after by these people. The Knights of Knee, absolutely. Thank you. Hearts out to all of you for your kind words. Dude, so thankful, Uncle Bruce, for what you're doing here. What does it say? Keeping us motivated and focused. So easy to get distracted, get crushed in this market. You got it, dude. We're here, baby. We're here to make money. Thank you all, everyone, for jumping in here on the knee emoji attack. Here we go. Pat started it off. Pat Merkley. Here we go, baby. Larry Titus is in on it. Making money selling calls with Uncle Boo on it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Richard Carlin, Pappy J, Marcus, the Big E. Here we go. Neat. Brian, there's 206 people watching. Give this guy his thumbs ups. We need 200. Come on, howdy, partner. Neat. The Big T. Neat. Stephen Butler, Brian, Untamed Viking, Blair, Stephen, come in. Neat. There they come. Dude, Constantine. Here we go. SoFi 769, 772. Let's go, baby. 1461 on GameStop. Let's run this market. One. Neat. Getty up, everybody. Is that Alex making money with him? That's Mandu number 5. That's who that is. Blair. Thanks, Uncle. Thanks, Brian and Big T. Beach Boy, neat, Splair, rock on, baby, neat, Rasman, neat. Here they go. We're all coming in one after the other with the neat emojis to let the world know we're serious. We don't mess around with you don't mess with the neat emoji. You don't mess with those Knights of Knee. Don't mess with those guys. You will pay. Be very careful. Thank you all for being with me all week long again and tolerating this guy. We've been pretty distracted around here with Auntie Jen and looking after her, but we're just so delighted on how it's been going for her. The thumbs up meter now is 182, only 18 away from 200. Thank you all for getting us 182 more thumbs ups today than before we started. Again, if you want to get Discord information, how to become part of that group, let me know with a private email. The link is down below. You'll find it, brucefarmer@hotmail.com. And if you need to get a class, pick up your classes. And if you have any issues with your links or whatever, you let me know. Send me an email. I'll get you straightened out. Don't worry. I keep an eye on my emails all the time. So we'll get you figured out. Splair, thumbs ups for Bruce. Neat. Dude, crush premium with the knee attacks. This is the way. Every dollar of SoFi, we get more needs. Octavio is there. Mandu number 5. AJ is number 1. Have a great weekend, everybody. Splair, I'm only now curious how long until calls appear for the month of May. To the Big T, can't sleep till Monday. Dude, it's Mandu number 5. Uncle Bruce knows. He knows. Neat emoji. 770 on your SoFi now, kids. Up a nickel. 1462 on GameStop. Up 9 cents. Up 111 on the Dow. S&P's up 6. NASDAQ down a point. So it looks like a positive day is attempting to be put together here. And like I say, it would be lovely to see a run on SoFi. I just don't know what to make between now and the bell tonight. I have no idea about the shenanigans. Is it possible that those traders got all their options back for $7.50 and for $8 with the shenanigans already? Now they can let it run to 8 and they'll close out their 8s. They'll let it run to 8.50. They'll close out their 8.50s because they're all going to be zeros. We'll see. Time will tell. I don't know. I'm just asking and speculating with you as to what's going on. Can't guarantee it. Mandu's smiling. Splair, from me, again, have a great and relaxed weekend, everybody. Flint Creek, you know what time it is. Neat time. That's right, baby. Time for those knee emojis. Thank you all for everything, as always. Appreciate you guys. We love you. Jen and I will be back here. I know Jen is itching to come into the room and say hi to you folks. Probably next week sometime is likely. will be very likely she'll come in. 184 thumbs ups now. Thank you for getting us this close, so close to 200. Here you go, Splair. The open interest on the $8 calls, 9,000 of them. 9,000. It's 900,000 shares of open interest in the stock. There's 900,000 reasons why these have to trade. It's interesting. 8.5s are left with 660. Yeah, some of them are odd numbers, so there won't be that many of them. But yeah, guys, a lot of open interest to be watched on SoFi, and watch the volume on these contracts. That's another dead giveaway. How many contracts are trading versus how many exist on SoFi for this week, next week, the week after? Take a look at the option chains and just see the volumes versus open interest every day to give you a gauge of looking at options below or above the stock price itself. Look at the interest and level of activity on these options. That is a clue as well of option activity by option traders, writers, and the buyers. This is a revealing thing, stuff to get used to. The leader was at the start of the week, the 8.5 calls. Splair, it'll get interesting next week. Oh, will it ever? This post-market tonight and pre-market Monday and the opening Monday is going to be very entertaining for all of us. I will be watching everything as best I can for you. We'll try to interpret it all and just see what happens. The market never lies. Remember that. The shenanigans are played, but you have to post the trades. So you see the trade volume on the stock, and then you see the trading volume on the options, and you do the comparison. Right now, 19 million shares have traded on SoFi. How many options have traded between 8s and 7s and in this neighborhood, just expiring today and next week on SoFi? Then multiply the option count by 100. That tells you how many shares we're talking about. Are we talking about way more shares trading hands in the option markets on SoFi than on the market itself? That is a giveaway as well about what kind of interest levels there are out there. We've got stuff to watch, everybody. Thank you, everyone. Marcus, for February 2, SoFi options, the largest calls, open interest, are 12 calls, 69,000. Puts, 7.5s, 22,000. Isn't that interesting? That's kind of neat. $12 contracts have all kinds of open interest for next week. Really? Why would that be? Who would have bought all those $12 contracts? Who's buying all those $12 contracts? Why? Yes, Blair. Sir, I've mixed the volume with interest. There you go. It's all good, my friend. We have a lot to watch, a lot to learn, a lot to follow. Up 134 on your Dow with the high of the day, I think. S&P is up 8. I think that's the high of the day. NASDAQ is positive. All indexes are green now. Oil up 18 cents. It's all gone green here. We're up 3 cents on Rocket Lab. AI up 24 now. Spiders are up 68. The Qs are still down, but only down 86 cents. GameStop plus 3. SoFi plus 7. Apple plus 29. Enphase up 115. Netflix up 974. Adobe just down $2. Nvidia only down 2 now. Tesla is up 230. We've got what do we have here? Unity up 70. Google up 15. We've got Moderna down 67 cents. Cisco's up 9. Pfizer up 3. IBM is actually red. 167 to the red. Finally, a little pullback. Ever so little. HPQ up 41. Microsoft up 50 cents. It's gone green. Amazon up 115. Home Depot up 390. Vanik still down 270. Goldman down to just 294. It's coming back. Boeing up 388. Facebook is up 90. Target up 31. JP Morgan down 28, but climbing. Costco up 280. Walmart up 52. Disney up 61 now. American Airlines down 27. AMC is up a dime. DraftKings down 14. Royal Caribbean still down 231. There you go, guys. There's the story of the morning in the first hour or so of trading. I thank you all for joining me all week long. Thank you for joining me Wednesday night. Thank you for becoming members of this channel. Thank you for becoming subscribers of this channel. The noobs, welcome newbies. class takers, congratulations. Welcome to the party, pal. You have a lot to learn, and this weekend is a good time to get started. Join us again Monday morning for the craziness. If you're a Gold Bagel member, you're with me at 8 o'clock Eastern. You're a regular member, 8:30. We'll see you at 8:30 if you're not a Gold Bagel member. If you're just a follower of the channel, but become a Gold Bagel member and join me early. I might even be on earlier than that for Monday. You think I'm going to sleep Sunday night? Exciting. All right, looking forward to seeing you guys. If any of you want to have a one-on-one with me during market hours, alert me as soon as you can, whenever you want to do this, so that I can get an hour or so of time before markets close to help you with any trading that you need done. Some of you would like to talk to me live while the market is alive and well. I will help you with your bids, your asks, your trades. If you need assistance, I'll try to help you out, give you my 2 bits worth of thoughts. Those of you who want to have a one-on-one this weekend to go over where you're at, you let me know, and we'll try to set you up with a one-on-one session and try to guide you through this wild world in which we live. This could be fun stuff. Again, thanks everybody. Have a great weekend everywhere you are. Thanks again for all your support. The thumbs up meter now with 2 hours and 18 minutes in through the day here, we are coming out at 189. Thank you. 11 away from 200. Hit the buttons if you can for us out there, and we'll see you all definitely Monday morning for more fun. Anything crazy happens in the meantime, I might just cut in. You never know. Thanks, guys. All the best to you. See you later. Bye for now.